Whew, y'all, it is hot out here. When I tell you it is hot, it is hot. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, I've decided to be outside because even though it's hot, I'd rather be outside than inside. And inside, I will tell you, it is nice and cool, in there. But there's just something about listening to these birds and whatever that other sound is. I guess it's a cricket, whatever. I love being outside. Even though it's hot, there is a breeze, so it's kind of tolerable. But I didn't come to talk to you about the weather today. I came to talk to you about fake food. That's right. You know, today is Fake Food Friday. Now, last week, I don't even remember what I talked to you about last week. Was it honey? Gosh, I don't remember, but I do remember what I'm about to talk about this week. And I also remember from last week, I promised you I was going to talk about sushi. Well, my daughter has requested that I do not mess with her sushi just yet. So I was going to talk about sushi, but I'm going to talk about coffee too. So I can't mess with both of her things at one time. So we'll just go with the coffee today, which probably more of you might be upset with me about the coffee than you're going to be upset with me about the sushi. But it's okay, because you know why? I am not going to love you to death. That's right. I am not. I'm going to love you to life. So I'm going to share these wonderful tidbits with you. And it's not necessarily that coffee is bad for you. It's just probably the coffee that you're buying is not the greatest for you. So I'm going to tell you how you can spot a fake and you can get the good stuff. Okay? All right. So I'm going to save coffee for last because I know you're probably going to be like, what in the world? And hey, if you are on, because like I can't see out here because it's just so bright out here. But if you're on, I'm going to be looking over here as well. This is where my computer is. And I would love it if you just give me a shout out, say, hey, let me know that you're here, because I always love it when, I have people joining me and chiming into the conversation. And if anything that I say resonates with you, either for the positive or not so positive, it's okay. You can leave a message. I don't offend easy, so you're fine. Because like I said, I'm not going to love you to death. I'm going to love you to life. All right, so the first one we're going to talk about is spices. Now, with our spices, I know a lot of us will go to like the bulk stores and get our spices, and that's kind of cool. You can do that. However, when we're buying bulk of anything, especially something like spices do have a shelf life, especially like pepper, cinnamon, those types of spices, right? It's best not to get spices ground up. If you can, and two, like when I do my cooking classes and I do my courses, and we have cooking classes that are incorporated in those courses, I always say get the fresh stuff. If you can, get the fresh stuff. So you want parsley, get fresh parsley, chop it up, put it in your food. Same thing with cilantro, okay? But if it's something like pepper, get the peppercorn. Why? Because pepper has an essential oil in it. If you are not buying peppercorns, then you're not getting the essential oil. Why is it so important to get the essential oil? Well, it's important because that's where the flavor is. You can always tell the difference when you're eating a fresh peppercorn as opposed to just pepper. I remember doing a class for the American Heart Association one year, and it was at in Louisville on Manhattan on Broadway. My friend Nishan owns that spot. Great venue, by the way, if you're looking to have an event. Great venue. Giving you a shout out, Nishan, because you are awesome. Anyway, it's on Broadway in Louisville. Go check it out. But I was having an event there and with the American Heart Association. And I remember telling these ladies, please be careful with the peppercorn. And I remember one lady, she was like, oh, I eat pepper all the time. I like my stuff spicy. It's fine. And she was just dumping it on there and dumping it on there. And I'm like, whoo, child. And I said, okay, maybe it could be me because I don't necessarily like spicy food. But it wasn't me. She put that pepper on there. Her mouth was on fire. It was on fire. because you don't need a lot of it. You don't. So when you get the good stuff, it's the same thing with real food. When you get the good stuff, you don't need a lot of it. All right. So that's with pepper. Like I said, it's the same thing with cinnamon. Get the cinnamon stick. Don't go getting the ground cinnamon. And even when you get the cinnamon stick, you want to make sure that it is densely packed in there. If you get a cinnamon stick and it feels real light, or like you can see through it, guess what? That is not authentic cinnamon. Mm-mm. You want to get the one that it comes in like a yellow and red pack. It's in plastic, which is not good, but it has the yellow and red label on the top, so you should be able to see through it. It's clear, yellow and red label on top. I can't remember the name of it. I just know it when I see it. But you want to get the cinnamon stick that is densely packed. Okay, next. Ooh, I'm about to hit some olive oil. So I know how a lot of my clients love to do the Mediterranean diet. Mediterranean diet is awesome, but we know that it is heavily steeped with olive oil and avocado oil, right? These are two very expensive oils. So we know anytime something is expensive, somebody gonna try to cut a corner somewhere. So I talk about this extensively in my grocery store tour. If you want to purchase it, just let me know. I'll give you the link. But in my grocery store tour, I speak about this extensively. When you're searching for olive oil, don't just go pick the cheapest brand, because guess what? You're going to get some oil, but you don't know if it's soybean oil, canola oil, might be some olive oil in there, but you're not sure what else is in there. Also, when you look on the back of it, it should come from one country. If it's coming from a boatload of countries, then guess what? That is not extra virgin olive oil. And that's the only type you should really be buying anyway, is the extra virgin olive oil. There's another key thing that you should be doing too when you're looking for your olive oil. When you look, turn it to the back and find out the pressed on date. Not the bottled date, because it could be sitting there forever and then they bottle it. No, you want when them little puppies were pressed. Okay? PETA, don't come after me. I don't mean literal puppies. I mean olives. Okay? Okay. So that's what you want to check for when you're looking for olive oil. And I can't tell you how many times I've done pantry cleanouts and I've seen olive oil in people's cabinets in a clear bottle. If your olive oil is in a clear bottle, throw it out. Olive oil is photosensitive. That means that when the light hits it, it's automatically starting to become rancid. So you probably have rancid olive oil that's just sitting in your cabinet. It's no good. Okay? It's no good. All right, and I do give some other tips too, like I said, in the grocery store tour, but I'm trying to keep this video a little short for you, okay? That's Tara. Hey Tara, how are you doing? Good to see you. Now, lastly, yes, y'all, do you see me glistening? Like it is hot out here. I'm like I'm in a sauna. That's what it feels like. I'm in a sauna. Okay, so hopefully I'll be losing some weight and some fat tissue on top of this too. Hey Lord, it's okay. Anyway, yes, I am that person with the butterfly. Yes, there goes the fly. Lastly, we're going to talk about coffee. Y'all, I am just the messenger. Please don't treat me like Sparta did the messenger. I am just relaying the message. Y'all ready? All right, I'm going to pull a little closer so you can hear me, okay? Coffee, if you buy it ground, is probably over 95% fake. Why is that? I'm going to tell you. Because coffee is expensive to make. So anything that's expensive to make, trust me, they're going to cut corners to give it to you. And if you're getting coffee cheapy, guess what? You probably not going to have any coffee in yours. It might have some coffee flavor, but it's not going to have real coffee in there. And it's definitely not going to be 100% coffee. Okay? So how do you fix this? Well, first of all, don't you even want to know what your coffee grounds are filled with? I'm going to tell you. They are filled with twigs, soybeans, corn. Yeah, it can be all of that, but you don't know because it's ground in there. You don't know what the mess is in there. It's just ground, right? And that's the same thing with your pepper. When you're purchasing your pepper, guess what? Anything could be in there. I know last week we talked about Parmesan cheese, right? Parmesan Reggiano. If you're getting it in that little can, chances are it's fake because it's got so much cellulose in there, which is what? Wood pulp. Y'all, they can make anything taste good. Anything tastes good. So, coffee. Do not get it ground. Get whole bean coffee because it's harder to mask all the bad stuff in the whole bean. Okay, now I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying it's harder for them to give you, little switcheroo when it's the whole bean. Okay, so you say, well, how am I going to ground it? Well, if you get it from a good, reputable store, they should have a coffee grinder there for you. Okay, personally, I don't trust public stuff like that. Okay, because I don't know what people do to it before I get there. And I don't know, even if the store is clean, they're not cleaning it between shifts every day. Just saying, okay? So, get yourself a coffee grinder. They are inexpensive. Get it on Amazon, even though I'm not a proponent of Amazon. That's not the story altogether. Get it at Walmart, Target, whatever. Get yourself a coffee grinder, okay? If you drink coffee on the regular, trust me, it will pay for itself in no time, okay? Do that and you know that you're getting more authentic coffee and it will taste better because it'll be fresher because the coffee bean oil will be there for you, okay? And it's healthier for you. Any nutrients that would have been in the coffee before they ground it, guess what? It's sitting on that shelf, it's ground, it's not going to be there by the time you drink it. But when you grind your coffee beans, and I'm not talking all at once, grind them right before you're going to brew your coffee. You will notice the difference in taste. And I don't even like coffee, okay? But I'm going to tell you something. If I'm going to drink coffee, that's the only way I'm going to drink it, okay? All right, so if you have any questions, Jocelyn, I see you there, girl. How you doing? How you doing? Thank you so much for watching. And I know I see some other people here too. Let's see. There was Tara and hey, Lewis. Nice to see you too. So if y'all have some foods that you would like for me to research for you, please put them right there in the chat. Sometimes I don't even know where I am. If you see some foods that you would like for me to investigate for you, put them in the comment section. I would love to investigate. Like I love doing stuff like this. This just really excites me. So if you have some, let me know because there are so many foods that are fake. It would blow your mind. Okay, so next time my goal really is to get to the sushi because my child can't run from me forever. We're going to talk about the salmon. We're going to talk about the lobster. We're going to talk about red snapper. We're going to talk about sushi in general, okay? So if you are a sushi lover, I'm giving you your disclaimer now. You may want to watch. You may not want to watch and remain blissfully ignorant. That's fine too. Fine. But I'm just letting you know that's what we're talking about next week. Okay? Okay. So thanks so much for checking in. Oh, I forgot to mention, I have a masterclass that's coming up on Wednesday. Okay? If you've been following me in Clubhouse, you know we've been talking about stress because, it is back to school season and I don't know if y'all feel it, but I'm like tense all here. That's where I was. I was just tense all here just thinking about school coming back, right? And I said, I got to figure out how to relieve the stress. I figured out how to relieve the stress. That's why I can be outside when it's blazing hot and still smiling. But I have figured out how to relieve the stress. We talked about it a little bit in Clubhouse, but we're going to have a master class. And we're even going to talk about the link between diet and stress. Y'all do not want to miss this because there are some key signs that many of us are missing. But we're going to talk about it in that class. And it is on Wednesday. I will post the link right here in the comment section after this video is over. I'll post the link. Maybe I might even be able to post it now. Let's see if I can do that. I'm trying here, y'all. trying to be proactive at the same time. So I think I can do this. Let me see. This should be fun. But yeah, I'm going to post the link here so this way you can see if my computer doesn't stop freezing. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to post the link below and feel free to sign up for it. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, there you go. Boop. There you go. Okay, so yeah, we're going to take our life back because we're just tired of, living in a stressed out world, living in a stressed out life. We're just tired of it. And if we don't have to, now, I'm not saying that we're never going to have stress, okay? I'm not saying we can get rid of stress because we live in a world of stress. But I'm going to give you some amazing tips on how you can deal, how you can cope and not kill everybody around you, either with your words, with your eyes, or in reality. And we don't even want to go there, okay? So check out that masterclass, look at everything that is there, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Bye.